Well, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Laos to attend the 21st ASEAN-India Summit and the 19th East Asia Summit. The big focus for the two summits will be the civil war in Myanmar and territorial tensions in the South China Sea, two challenges that have long tested the bloc's credibility. In his opening remarks at the ASEAN-India Summit, Prime Minister Modi spoke of the expansion of India's contribution in the world order. He also highlighted the role of the ASEAN countries in the ongoing global crisis, stressing that the region had a huge role to play in the global order. Prime Minister Modi termed the 21st century the century of Asian countries.
डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट कनेक्टिविटी है और शीघ्र ही ब्रुनेई के साथ भी सीधी। साथियों, हम एक दूसरे के पड़ोसी हैं, ग्लोबल साउथ के साथी सदस्य हैं और विश्व में तेज गति से ग्रो करने वाला क्षेत्र है। हम शांतिप्रिय देश हैं, एक दूसरे की राष्ट्रीय अखंडता और संप्रभुता का सम्मान करते हैं और अपने युवाओं के उज्जवल भविष्य के प्रति हम कमिटेड हैं।
Now, Prime Minister Modi and the heads of state of the ASEAN countries had a family photo ahead of the summit. The ASEAN member states include Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Brunei and India. The East Asia Summit includes the 10 ASEAN countries and 8 partners including Australia, China, India and Japan. Now, during the course of the summit, Southeast Asian leaders will hold talks with the Chinese Premier Li Qiang, and the disputed South China Sea is likely to top the agenda. This comes in the backdrop of a slew of violent clashes at sea, particularly with the Philippines. Vietnam had issued an angry condemnation after some of its fishermen were attacked and robbed off the Paracel Islands by what it called Chinese law enforcement forces. Beijing claims almost the entirety of the South China Sea, a waterway of immense strategic importance to which trillions of dollars in trade transits every year. But several ASEAN members, the Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia and Brunei, have competing claims to various small islands and reefs in the region. Now, on his arrival, Prime Minister Modi was greeted by members of the Indian diaspora in the capital of Laos. He also witnessed a performance of an adaptation of the Ramayana and visited an exhibition on restoration and conservation of the Wat Pho temple complex done by the Archaeological Survey of India. Over the next day, Prime Minister Modi will be holding talks with leaders at the India-ASEAN Summit and the East Asia Summit. And for the very latest on this, WION's Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal, sent us this report.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on a visit to Laos. Now, essentially, the focus remains on the summits, the East Asia Summit and the India-ASEAN Summit. But at a time when India is celebrating and marking 10 years of its Act East policy, the message will be clear in terms of how India is engaging with the grouping and the region in terms of connectivity, in terms of culture, in terms of economics and in terms of security. In fact, in terms of culture, we saw the Indian Prime Minister witnessing Laos, Ramayana, and in terms of security and economics, focus remains on ongoing engagement, including naval exercises as well. But all in all, a significant visit of the Indian Prime Minister to Laos, where the message will be as to how India engages with the grouping, the ASEAN grouping. With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Siddhant Sibal for WION in New Delhi.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.